So, let's start from the start, and if you don't mind, share with us what were you doing before you got into trading, and then what actually sparked your interest in the markets?
Well, before I became a trader, I was a full-time commercial real estate broker in Florida. And when I was kind of developing my career there, and I was working on teams, and through unfortunate timing, my career was just starting to grow when the Great Recession hit, and Florida specifically was kind of the epicenter for the real estate crisis, where a lot of the United States real estate values dropped 10, 15, 20%, and in the area where I live, things dropped by closer to 50 and 60%. And so our local market went to more of a depression, whereas the rest of the country went into a recession. And at that time, so it was challenging, and it looked like it was going to be very difficult for several years. And one of my mentors that I've known ever since I was a teenager, he also had a lot of commercial real estate holdings, and we were involved in the business together, and we were discussing it, and he had some investments with a hedge fund that was trading options, and they were doing very well. And so we said, well, this is great. The market's going down, and they're profitable. It was totally counterintuitive, and we did not understand how that was working. How are these guys trading options, which is part of the stock market? They're trading S&P 500 options, and the market's crashing, and everything's bad, and the economy's going in the toilet, and these guys are making money, and they were making a lot of money. And we're like, we have to figure out what's going on. We have to know what's happening. And so we both kind of parallel went into this education process of kind of self-teaching and exploring what was going on. And so that was back in 2007, 2008. And we're going through that process and a lot of studying. And one thing led to another that I just decided that I didn't want to tie myself to a local economy. I didn't want to tie myself to one industry and one sector, and that by trading the markets, I was going to have the ability to be in any market that I wanted to be in and anywhere in the world, and I could do it from anywhere in the world, and that I could actually profit like these guys, whether the market went up or down. And I said, that's the path I need. I need to be on that path. I need to have that opportunity where I'm not dependent on a strong economy. I'm not dependent on economic growth for how I'm going to do each year. So that's kind of what spurred everything, and how I became attracted to the trading world. And then one thing led to another, and just through my natural instinct to network and work with traders and work with business contacts and really just get out there and not just live in a bubble. I got to know a lot of great people and got connected with SMB Capital in New York, and really was able to expand and get my trading up and running and go full time.
Okay.
That's kind of the background.